Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In the past few Genshin updates, we've received quite a few new locations, mainly the islands of Inazuma. As of the 2.1 update, the only island missing is Tsurumi Island, so I thought I'd go over some theories and ideas I have regarding this final island. I'll also be going into ideas revolving around a potential series of world quests, much like Tadara Tales or the Moonbathed Deep. Anyways, without further ado, here we go. To be honest, we don't know very much about Tsurumi Island. In the version 1.6 special program, it was given a brief description and this image, and that's all we have. The description reads, "A mysterious island enshrouded in fog. No one has set foot here in many long years. An area where none dare to venture." Well, that reminds me of a certain other location, but I'll get to that in a bit. First, I want to discuss the concept art. Right off the bat, this area seems visually darker than the other islands of Inazuma. This makes sense, as the island is surrounded by a thick layer of fog. In-game, it also appears to be quite further away from all the other islands in the Inazuman Archipelago. This would also mean it borders the Dark Sea, another point I'll touch on again later. Next, I'd like to bring up the purple glowing bits that we see start at the bottom of the image and work their way up to the central area. This reminds me of the spirits that we see floating around at Wuwang Hill in Liyue. Perhaps these could be the spirits of the former inhabitants of the island. Or it could also just be Bale Thunder, which is an environmental phenomena that we have seen a few times already throughout Inazuma. Now, as I've said, this island is shrouded in mystery and provides a great chance for a massive amount of new lore. Earlier, I mentioned that this island reminded me of a certain other location, as both of them are seen as dangerous places where no one dares to go. Back in version 1.2 is when we were given this other area, the frigid mountain of Dragonspine. Dragonspine was added to the game back in version 1.2 as an expansion to the nation of Mondstadt. However, it couldn't be more different to the Nation of Wind. It is a mountainous landscape with howling winds, dangerous enemies, and a weather so cold your characters can lose all their HP in less than a minute. From the concept art, there doesn't seem to be many similarities with Tsurumi Island, but we have to look deeper than that. We have to look at the lore itself. Thousands of years ago, Dragonspine was actually known as Salvandognir. The mountain at the time was flourishing with green, and the civilization prospered, away from the cold and blizzards of the rest of Mondstadt, caused by the god Andrius' blizzards. At this time, the gods Andrius and Decoravian were enemies, but we're not here to talk about them right now. In any case, the Skyfrost Nail was sent down by Celestia at some point in the past to punish Salvandognir for questioning the heaven's authority. This is what caused the land to turn into the frozen wasteland it is today. And when Durin was defeated by Dvalin and fell on the mountain 500 years ago, it solidified the mountain as a truly dangerous place where few would ever dare to venture. In the present, however, the traveler journeys to Dragonspine, and in the world quest In the Mountains, they restore the Skyfrost Nail back to floating above the mountain. This brings me on to my next topic, a world quest series revolving around the history of Tsurumi Island, and how maybe Celestia destroyed yet another civilization. So far, we've had quite a few World Quest series in Inazuma. In fact, there is one relating to each released island. This has led me to believe that we will be getting another World Quest series when Tsurumi Island releases as well. But what exactly could this series entail? I believe it'll have something to do with why the island is abandoned, and maybe it'll also have some similarities to the Dragonspine quest In the Mountains, where we have to climb the mountain and restore the Skyfrost Nail. It is also worth mentioning that the other World Quest series of Inazuma are similar to this quest, and have opened up small new areas or changed the environment in some way. I'll also go into what I think will change when we finish the series. To start off, I definitely believe that this series will have something to do with the island's pasts. Whether it be related to the Electro Archon or Celestia, I believe something took down the civilization that resided on this island. Perhaps we'll see something similar to the Skyfrost Nail. and maybe the quest will revolve around fixing whatever that thing ends up being. I personally believe it'll have something to do with Celestia. As I've said before, Inazuma, especially Tsurumi Island, neighbors the Dark Sea. This region of the world is where all the gods who lost the Archon War and survived now reside. If it was Celestia that destroyed the civilization, it may simply be because the gods of old were manipulating the people. If this is the case, Celestia may have seen this as a threat and decided to act by sending an object similar to the Skyfrost nail down, which would eventually make the island uninhabitable for long periods of time. Perhaps our goal in this quest will be to fix this object and restore the island, banishing the fog. Maybe we'll meet some of the gods of old here. Perhaps even a new Archon quest could take place here. These quests aren't always about the Archons, but more about the traveler's journey to meet them. I don't think we'll be getting another Archon quest this soon, but maybe in a few updates we'll get something. It would be so interesting to meet another god who isn't a member of the Seven, much like Andreas in Wolvendom. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your ideas about the island and what may be there below, so please leave a comment. Feel free to like and subscribe as well, it helps me out a lot. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.